Hello everybody and welcome back to the Fire Emblem Path of Radiance Footlock playthrough. In this part we're going to take care of stage 4 of Daybreaks. Now, I thought this scene was going to happen at the end of the last part, so you'll have to excuse me, but here's where we catch up to Reyson. Meanwhile, Reyson's apologetic, and it seems like he wants to destroy the people that are here. Thinking about using the Dirge of Ruin. Uh-oh. And yeah, that would be madness indeed. Retribution for the forest, but he mustn't be ruled by his despair. Even my infant sister, eh? Well, that's not exactly true. She wasn't exactly an infant that night, but still. Everybody understands that. Time to think of a plan, excuse me, and the humans will pay. And as much as Reyson doesn't want to. Lay down your arms and surrender. Meanwhile, Oliver, we're gonna kill Oliver. No ifs, ands, or buts. This chapter's really a race to a different dude, and not Oliver himself. I'm gonna only one thing to show off. Over here, this dude with the short spear. He has an adept scroll. Oliver himself also drops his Nosferatu, but that's something to keep in mind. This guy is Meteor, and perhaps I should have packed bolting on Ileana, but hindsight's 20/20. Let's get started, shall we? Starting off, Nephany, up here. And that's that. Nephany, level up. Let's see. Alright. It's not great, it's not bad. A little bit of extra res tends to help. Elf Thunder guarantees a kill on this guy, so that's what I'm going to use on Ileana. So, there we go. Nicely done. I think Zahark... Oh, Zahark is one space short. Oh well. Stefan behind Ileana. Tormod. I'll leave right there. Oh, I should have grabbed the heal off of Ileana. Oh well. Oopsie daisy. Grom. You're heavy butt. Debdan. Javelin. There we go. In the meantime, Rolf, I want you to use the longbow on this dude, as I know it'll kill in 2 shots. Useless crit, as always. I don't mean that literally, but a lot of the times whenever you need to crit, you just don't get it. Axe is perfectly fine on you. And Leth, up here. A little bit risky, but I'll happily try to get it to work. I need to watch for the range of these dudes in particular. So that way Rhys doesn't get hurt. I'm actually okay with Nephany getting into Wrath range, so I actually want to try not to heal her, if I'm not mistaken. But I am going to shove her forward if I can. If not, I'm just going to wait. In the meantime, Debdan. He's going to take some of the brunt of this, which I'm perfectly fine with. Makes my job a bit easier. Also fast enough to double him. That is very nice. The more enemies Debdan can double, the better. Also, Boyd taking the fire attack this time. I figured they would have gone after Leth, but I guess I stand corrected. I'll take any bow to fortune. Interesting. Nice dodge. The only thing left to worry about is basically the meteor dude, and I don't think that's going to happen. But it could. Very nicely done, Leth. And I think your Iron Blade gets put onto you, yeah. Send that to the convoy. And, yeah. Huh, that way this time. Interesting. I'm used to that guy going up towards where Devdan is. So, I'm a little bit surprised to see him over there, that's all. Meanwhile, Meteor. Nicely dodged. And now we have a giant buttload of enemies to take care of. Wolf. I can double. Interesting. I'm gonna try for the killer bow. Yeah, killer bow. Seeing as how that has a little more than every other attack to crit, but it didn't. Go me and my horde luck. I shouldn't be saying it like that, but I do have some crummy luck from time to time. Iron Sword will take care of this dude. In the meantime, very nice. On that dodge. Meanwhile, get down. I think I want you to take care of this dude. Also, I probably should have used the spear, but that's fine. Also, he's now got a high enough weapon rank to use the Silver Lance from last time. I'm actually just going to equip the Devdan. Use the Iron Bow on this dude. That's how I want to do it. Keikakudori. Everything is going according to plan right now. Meanwhile, that meteor dude is definitely going after Left, but I need everybody to be on their best work right now. Or be doing their best work, I should say. So, what I need to do, Ileana, I use normal thunder at this point on either of these guys, so I'll use it on you. I think I'll have Stefan pick up the kill on the knight, also level up. You're still being the tank. I kind of wish your offensive stats went up, but that's okay. Steel sword, Stefan. Yep, useless crit. Let's see. Not javelin, halberd. Actually, the killer lance might be worth it in this case. Yep. Absolutely is worth it in this case. Goes just as far. So I'm gonna have you cut up the middle instead. Or come up the middle is the proper phrase. Excuse my vernacular. Devdan's perfectly fine. I'm gonna heal up Rolf, as I think that's best use. And then Tormod, I gotta figure out what I'm doing with you real quick. I think best thing to do, yeah, no, I'd have to put you up there, is just park you right here, and I'll leave it at that. I'm actually gonna move Ike over into the right here. Maybe over into the left, yeah. Meanwhile, everybody is going to go after Devdan. Or Leth, as neither can exactly kill. That is the one downside of all these armored units, is that they are all very tanky. So they will take the opportunity, if they can, to avoid taking damage. In the meantime, Devdan avoids most of it. Oh, or maybe not. That's a Luna, which means that he actually kills. Interesting. So now he's taking on this general instead. I wonder if he'll proc Luna again. That'd be nice. Ah, well. Meanwhile, this guy is also going to take a shot again. Oof. That's not good. I hate dodges. That, on the other hand, is great. Meanwhile, Leth and the eponymous Meteor Tome. And the Hawks, as they're flying away, it looks like there's two people bashing each other's brains out, but the Forest is doing this. Reyson's not doing anything. It's another Heron, and more specifically, Leanne, which, as we now know, is Reyson's sister. Meanwhile, Tabarn comes into the fray. We'll take care of the dudes on this side, but I'm actually going to try to stop Tabarn, if that makes sense, in the turn after this. And Reyson flies back. Do not blame him. Stefan, I want you back here. As next turn there's more reinforcements coming. Thunder. In the meantime, Shiv. I'm probably gonna have to bonus experience Braum up to the next level, unfortunately. Nefany, use the halberd on this dude. And I'm gonna just move Tormod to where attack on this general is possible. Yeah, that's a kill. Just gotta let the animations play out. And then Boyd with the Iron Bow will take care of one. Obviously Hark take care of another, and then I'm gonna move Leth and everybody else up. So Boyd, Iron Bow. If I can rescue all of the Herons, it'll be, or not all the Herons, but everybody else, I think I'll be okay. Such as Ulki and Genoff, I believe is their names. In the meantime, Dev down. Over here. Leth. Right up beside this dude. Unless she gets a crit. In the meantime, this dude up here. Probably better to go that way. And right. And staff, use a physic on probably Depdan? Yeah, Depdan. Tabarn might not move the way that I think that he's going to move, but if he does, I absolutely, oof, ouch. I absolutely have to pick him up with Leth, as I think, but don't quote me on this, she'll have enough weight to pick up Tabarn, who's only got a surprisingly low weight of 22, which is impressive. But we shall see. There's plenty of things that could happen and go wrong. Meanwhile, Thunder, not as bad. And Tabarn, being the king of the Hawks that he is, just able to kill very easily. Or did he attack Genoff? May have been Genoff. Ouch, Boyd, but that's okay. Meanwhile, ouch, Rolf. but that's okay. And I need to pick up Janoph as well. In the meantime, to Barn. Being himself. And Ulki I would like to pick up at some point. We'll see. I think to Barn the Hawk King. Rescue. Rescue to Barn. Next up. You're also quite light. Janoph, rescue. Not exactly what I had in mind whenever I started this chapter with all the rescue shenanigans. But it's working, so I'm not complaining. Iron Lance. Just that way I can get this out of the way. In the meantime, Rolf, just use up your bow and get this guy out of here. Very nicely done. Meanwhile, heal, no physic. Do any of you guys need it? Not really. I'll wait. In the meantime, yeah. I'll pray for an Astral Trigger or a crit. Oh well. Stefan I'm not too terribly worried about. I'm more worried about some others. Or some of the others, I should say. In the meantime, Boyd, get up here. Ulki, how heavy are you? 10. Zehark, 11. Staff, heal up Boyd. You're the one who need healing. Zehark, move you over here. And you're still not close to transforming quite yet, but that's good. So that's good. And I ideally want to talk to Reyson, as I think Ike has some dialogue with Reyson, but I'm not sure. Meanwhile, Stefan, being the absolute dodge tank that he is, nothing will hit him. Jokingly said as he gets hit. That's usually how it happens, but hey, I'll take it. Meanwhile, I don't know why Ulki's flying that way. Meanwhile, nope, okay. Maybe he's going to kill Steel, I don't know. The AI is programmed in a very weird way. In the meantime, Armor Slayer. That'll get the job done. Meanwhile, all of this is happening. Nefni has 12 weight. Can she take Janoph? No. Okay. Interesting. Killer bow, I think. I'll use the Rolf's bow. We'll see what happens. That's kind of what I thought was gonna happen. once I was looking. Meanwhile, Rolf, level up. Okay, reasonable. I'll definitely have to throw something on, like an archer band soon. In the meantime, anybody else hurt? Just you, Nefni? Well, that and I can also heal up Leth. So, Boyd, moving closer. So, what I think I'm gonna do is, because of this, I'm gonna move Dev down there. Oh, never mind, he got a Lunar Trigger, so I'm fairly sure that's death to him. And Devdan's like perfect range for like a bonus experience level. So I'm going to move you, Nephany, up here and pray that you hit this dude. Or you could just get a crit. That works too. Very nicely done. Much better than your last level up. In the meantime, Tormod, do you do anything to him? No. Okay, so what I'm gonna do then is just pass, I think? I think I'm going to have Reach trade over the heal staff, and we'll call it a turn, basically. Heal staff, heal up the Hark. Stefan, kill this paladin. Of course, now Astra triggers whenever it's not relevant. Astra always has to play out its full animation too, which is a little bit awkward. But with nothing else to do, and now these guys going after Ulki, which is interesting. I think Ulki might end up kill stealing one of these guys, but I'm not that worried otherwise. Meanwhile, Stefan's getting a bit ouchied, but that's all that amounts to. Meanwhile, Nosferatu. Ouch, it hit. Meanwhile, Ulki transforms, gonna hit this dude, and get a crit out of nowhere. Reyson. And more people. Okay then. Huh. So, I was not expecting more people to show up, not gonna lie. This one's a bit surprising. I have 2 uses left on this dude. Roll spell broke, which is fine. Just gonna use an Iron Axe. That's thankfully very accurate. Unlike some other weapons I've used. Killing Edge I'll use on the boss, but for now. Ileana, Thunder. And that's how I'm gonna get through this. Very nicely done. And this Javelin, or Iron Lance I should say, going straight into that dude's face. Tormod, getting a heal. I'm not really worried about Tormod's stats. I don't plan on using him a ton in the future. And yeah, Zhark, Killing Edge, let's go. Just, please, for love of God, don't have Nosferatu work. Can Leth get the kill? She's literally at 99. I'd much rather DXP her. Everybody I want is to use is at 99. I think the more damning one to not bonus experience would be Devdan. So I'm just going to have Leth pick up the final bit. Meanwhile, unique dialogue. And yeah, I don't blame Leth for enjoying clawing him out. There goes Duke Tanas. Fairly nicely done, Leth. Very good level up. No regrets. And Nosferatu into the convoy, which will probably get equipped to Reese here afterwards. Oh, the girl. I think she may be somebody you know, but... How's it possible? How'd you survive all this time? Which is interesting. Meanwhile, Ancient Tongue. Also, I went by a little bit fast there to Born. So, I'm going to show that off real quick. That's right, you remember my name. Unfortunately, it's all ancient language. I unfortunately don't remember all the ancient language off the top of my head, so can't exactly speak all of it out. Tabarn, king of Phoenicis. Since the loss of their homeland, the Serenes royal family has been under his guardship, for good reason. My name is Ike, commander of the Grail Mercenaries. I am under orders of the Empress, Apostle Soniki, to protect the Herons. Wants to protect the Herons? That's an interesting tale, indeed. And he's not wrong. And she's trying to atone for the crimes of her people. Humans burn the forest. After all, withhold judgment until you speak with the apostle. She's waiting at the forest's edge. After all, she came to see you. And yeah, she is the apostle. She is quite young. And she's bowing. But she is representative. Even though Sigrun does not approve of what she's doing. And Leanne seems to be forgiving. Are you telling me to stand? Interesting. And it seems Leanne has something different in mind. You're asleep. You don't know what these people did to us. And she knows, but that's different. But I think Leanne is going to be the more forgiving of the two. But the fate of the Serenes Forest no longer trouble you. You were absolved of the guilt. Yes, it was. And to end off this arc, life begins anew. But they're about to perform a ceremony. Prince Reyson wants you to come to the Serenes altar, and the presence of Crimea and the Apostle are also requested. That's interesting. Interesting. Meanwhile, Mist.
Isn't that Mother's song?
Not quite. But it is close. Ike, look! Up there!
Absolutely beautiful, and a great way to cap off this chapter, in my opinion. From somebody who was about to destroy everything, instead brings back life. It's very nice to see this place restored. And I wouldn't quite say that Nasir. Also, I went a little bit fast, but we're getting there. Meanwhile, Soren's looking grim despite all this. But perhaps there's some prejudice that needs to be worked out. Also, lots of bonus experience from this chapter. Absolutely a massive amount that you get just for completing it within 30 turns. I think I lost a little bit due to taking some extra turns to kill, what's his name? Fat Man. Oliver, but that's about it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons, as well as hit the notification bell to stay up to date. I'll see you in the next part.